Layla, got me on my knees, Layla, begging, darling, please, Layla, darling, won't you ease my worry now? What would you do when you get lonely, when no one's waiting by your side? You've been running and hiding for much too long. I think it's just your foolish pride. Layla, got me on my knees, Layla, begging, darling, please, Layla, darling, won't you ease my worry now? I tried to give you consolation when your old man had let you down. Like a fool, I fell in love with you. You turned my whole world upside down. Layla, got me on my knees, Layla, begging, darling, please, Layla, darling, won't you ease my worry now? Make the best of your situation before I finally go within. Please don't say I'll find a way. Don't tell me I'm alone.
That was my first, one of my first songs that was ever taught to me by my good friend Stacy. He wasn't my friend for a very long time, unfortunately. Thanks to some drama and shit talk, unnecessary and unprovoked shit talking by my stepmother on both of our behalves, Stacy and mine. For whatever reason, my stepmother felt necessary to drag our name through the trash to her next door neighbor Jill, who Stacy was trying to date. Stacy was a complete stranger to me until I met him at my stepmother's annual Memorial Day party. He came over to me and started talking to me, and we found out that both of us were painters. And I told him I was in between jobs. I had just quit my job of 8 years on July 3rd of 2007. And Stacy said, well, he'll see if he can get me a job at his place of employment. They paint there and they pay prevailing wage. And he made good on his promise. When we got prevailing wage, I was getting paid $28 an hour. So Stacy scored big for me there. And the next thing he did for me, again, Stacy didn't even know me, man. I mean, he just did this because he must be a good person, man. Obviously. I told him that I was very excited to start playing guitar. And Stacy kept his eye out for me after that. And the one day, it wasn't even a month after I told him, he walked into a thrift shop. And they had this guitar right here. This is a Martin Sigma. It's from, I think it's from the 1970s. It might be from the 1980s. I don't feel like looking it up right now. But it's a very good guitar. The Martin Company contracted out to the country of Korea to see if they could get these guitars made cheaper. And what they found was the country of Korea had stronger trees and better hardwoods than what they do here in America. So they actually produced a very good quality guitar. And Stacy picked this up for me with the hard shell carrying case for $100. This guitar is worth $600 after I cleaned all the scuzz off all the fretboards and cleaned it up good. It was pretty dirty. But the carrying case alone is worth $100. And then I went up to K&S Music in Williamsport to see if I could get a second guitar, because I like to keep a guitar in alternate tunings. That way I'm not breaking strings. And I found out, just to get a guitar that sounds as warm and comforting as this guitar sounds, I would have to spend $1,400. And right then and there, I became very particular about who holds and plays my guitar, because I do not want to have to spend $1,400 to replace this. So, Stacy got me a very good job. He got me a great guitar, and he was teaching me how to play it. And this is the song Layla, one of the most prominent songs that I remember. And all I can remember from Stacy teaching me was how big and bulbous his damn fingers were, and how the hell was he fitting those big bulbous fingers on that little fretboard. And the fingers were pressing down correctly on the fretboard, because I didn't hear any ringing, I didn't hear any buzzing. He was doing it right. And it should have been easy to maintain my friendship with Stacy, because he made it easy. But my stepmother threw a monkey wrench in the works by poisoning my reputation with her neighbor, Stacy's new girlfriend, Jill. And I wasn't going to sabotage Stacy's new relationship by hanging around when his new girlfriend saw me as a good-for-nothing pothead or druggie, which is what Jill sees potheads as, and strain his relationship. Because I also threw Tammy back under the bus for being a pothead too. That's who I was smoking my pot with when I came up to her house. 50% of the time that I came to my stepmother's house, it was to smoke pot with her and her husband, Jim. So, how would Jill view my contention that Tammy smokes pot as well, and she was who I was sharing my pot with mostly when I came up to visit her and her husband Jim? As the words of a good-for-nothing pot-smoking liar. And that would further seal my fate as an unwelcome guest at Jill's house. Anyway, I have to apologize for not keeping up my end of the friendship. But it wasn't my fault, Stacy. I had no choice. I had to give you a fair shake at your new relationship with Jill. And I wasn't going to be giving you a fair shake if I was going to be hanging around all the time. That was going to make matters tough. So I hope you understand why I didn't seem to acknowledge all the good things that you did for me. But don't misunderstand. I appreciate everything that you did for me. Yeah, I lost the job, but I didn't lose the guitar. And I never forgot the songs you taught me. You're a good guy, Stacy. And I'll never forget all the things that you did for me in the short amount of time that I knew you. That says something about you. Instead of being a bully, which you could have easily been, I would have respected you just for that fact that you could have beat the living tar out of me. But you got my respect the right way. Even though you're clearly demonstrating a higher skill level in the painting arena and the guitar arena as well, you always spoke to me as your equal, even though I didn't earn it yet. And that always made it easier for me to respect you in return. And for what it's worth, you're 10 times the person that Jim and Tammy are, or will ever be. They are scum of the earth, backstabbing, spineless little cowards. I hope that someday we can jam together on guitar with a song that both of us know, and we can just jam the shit out of it. We never got to do that yet because back then I was the learner and you were the master. Now, since then, I've acquired a few more songs. Let me show you here. Now, with the exception of maybe a handful of songs that I can count on one hand, this is a collection of literally over 300, 400 verified song lessons and guitar lessons that I've accumulated over the years, and they've all been sound checked over and over. So I got tons of stuff to play if you ever do want to play. And maybe this time we can find a song that we can just jam the shit out of. I like a lot of Pink Floyd. I've been just really wasting a lot of time recording. The only reason I recorded this song tonight, and you can tell I just kind of threw it together, was to send you a friend request with a little song attached to it. Anyway, I'm going to stop playing around with my recording equipment and just start jamming.
Play guitar with me!